It's 10 p.m. and a woman is slicing cucumbers in the kitchen when suddenly, the lock on the door turns. The door slowly creaks open and in walks her daughter back from school. But the woman's face is filled with dread. Her dripping wet daughter stands behind her,
다녀왔어요.
causing the woman to become even more terrified and uneasy. You see, her daughter had died 7 days ago, yet every night at 10 p.m. she unfailingly returns home. The woman is the girl's stepmother. Seeing no response from her stepmother, the daughter walks towards her own room. Before closing the door, she glances back at her stepmother one last time. The frightened stepmother huddles under the table, slowly turning her gaze towards her daughter's room. Through the crack in the door, the daughter stares straight at her, her helpless eyes seeming to say that she was murdered. The next night at 10 p.m., the lock turns as usual, and the door slowly opens. The woman trembles with fear, but this time, it's her husband who enters. She rushes up to him, telling him about the strange occurrences over the past few days and insisting they leave immediately. To her surprise, her husband begins yelling at her furiously. He drags her straight to their daughter's room, but upon opening the door, they find nothing inside. It's at this moment that the husband breaks down in tears.
어떻게 엄마라는 사람이 꿈에서라도 좋으니까 우리 여전히 다시 볼 수 있었으면 좋겠어.
You see, 10 days ago, their daughter had finished school as usual and was waiting for her mother to pick her up and take her home. She waited for a long time, but her mother never came, and her phone calls went unanswered. As rain began to fall from the sky, the girl decided to walk home. Halfway there, a black sedan pulled up beside her. The driver claimed to be a neighbor from downstairs. Without giving it much thought, the girl got into the car. When they arrived home, the man took advantage of the empty corridor and asked the girl to help him carry a box. As the neighbor got up to open the door, the girl not only took the box, but also politely turned around to let the neighbor enter the passcode. But in that moment, a large hand covered her mouth, and she was forcibly dragged into the apartment. By the time she was found, she had already been stuffed into a suitcase and dumped in the middle of nowhere.